Hello and welcome to this new video on how to solve listening maps. Today we are going to work on different types of map, and this is a particular map that we are going to do. So before you get any map in the question, right? So there are a few things that you can do. So basically these acts are the keywords, right? So always be careful with the roads because they would be the main keywords, right? So we have main road, first road, and there is a reception, right? And open courtyard, right? And our first question is about the coffee room. So make sure you know your left and right whenever you are doing the map questions. That helps you to, get your answers a bit easily. So let's start now and see what or like which room would be the coffee room. Okay, so let's start. So the recording is just going to start.
Now listen and answer questions 15 to 20.
OK, now I'll briefly help you to orientate yourselves around the site. As you can see, we're in the reception area, which we try to make attractive and welcoming to visitors. There's a corridor running left from here, and if you go along that, the door facing you at the end is the entrance to the coffee room. This looks out onto the main road on one side and some trees on the other, and that'll be where you meet each morning.
All right, so we have just worked on the first question. So let's get some more clarification. So what does it actually talks about? So it says there is a corridor running left from here. So means we are at the reception, right? So it says they are at the reception area. There's a corridor running left. So if you know that this would be the left side, okay? And if you go along that means just keep going uh, forward. The door facing you, that means if you're going from here, so this is, so there is, if there is a door, so you will be facing this or just in opposite of you. At the end, so at the end, you need to just come over here, right? Is the entrance to the coffee room. So it says this seems to be the coffee room. Now there is some more clarification. This looks down to the main road on one side. So it says that main road is on the one side, okay, and some trees on the other. So there's a complete clarification from the speaker, right? That there is main road on one side and trees on the other. So our coffee room would be H. All right. So I hope this would be clear. Now we can move to the next question. Now we have to work on warehouse. All right. So let's get started.
The factory is the very big room on the far side of the site. Next to it is the warehouse, which can be accessed by lorries going up the road to the turning area at the end. You can get to the warehouse by crossing to the far side of the courtyard, and then the door is on your right. Somewhere you'll be keen to find.
All right. So the next question is about the warehouse. All right. So it says the factory is a very big room on the far side of the site. So we're talking about a factory. Okay. Next to it is the warehouse. So next to it is the warehouse. So next to it, there are three buildings next to it. All right. So it says which can be accessed by lorries going up the road to the turning area at the end. So turning area, this seems to like be a turning area. So maybe they're talking about that lorries can go up and they can enter from this. Okay. You can get to the warehouse by crossing to the far side of the courtyard. So now we're talking about the courtyard. All right. So over here they are. And then the door is on your right because it says to the far side of the courtyard. Okay. So this is the courtyard. So there's two entrances from this and even from this. So this would be option C. All right. So they're talking about the location from two sides. One is from that the lorries can access from the turning area at the end. So this is the only option. And also they talk about the open courtyard and how they can take from the right. So even if we are from here, so this would be our left, this would be our right. And even if we are here, so this would be also be our right. So this would be option C. And let's look at the next question now. It is talking about staff canteen, right? So I'm going to play the recording so that you can listen now.
Behind is the staff canteen. This is right next to reception. I can confidently say that the food's very good, but the view isn't. The windows on one side look onto a corridor and courtyard, which aren't very attractive at all, and on the other onto the access road, which isn't much better.
Okay. So it says that the staff canteen is basically, this is right next to the reception. Right next to the reception means that it is exactly next. Either it can be this or it can be this. Now we will get the clarification. The windows on the one side on a corridor and on the other the access road. So so one side there is an access road, so it cannot be this, right? Because there is a main road. So it says that there is an access road which is in better. So this would be staff canteen would be G. All right. So I think it would be clear. So it says next to reception. Next to means exactly near the reception. And then it says that on one side there is a courtyard and the other side there is an access road. So only this is the option G. So we'll be writing G. All right. So let's move to the next question now. So in this we have to work on the meeting room. So let's listen to the recording.
Using the meeting room quite often, and you'll find it by walking along the corridor to the left of the courtyard and continuing along it to the end. The meeting room is the last one on the right, and I'm afraid there's no natural daylight in the room. Then you'll...
Okay, so I think it might be clear, but still, let's have some more clarification. So it says by walking along the corridor to the left of the courtyard. So this is the courtyard, all right? So we're just walking over here, and then it says and continue along it to the end. That means you need to go till the end over here, right? So the meeting room is the last one. So you can see that in this, these two are the last one. On the right, right? So if we're going from here, this would be our left and this would be our right. So on the right, option B. And there is, again, there is more clarification. There is no natural daylight. Means it cannot be from here, right? Because there is no natural daylight. So this would be B. So meeting room is in B. All right. And let's move to the next question. Okay, so next is about the human resources. So let's check. I'm going to play the recording.
Need to know where some of the offices are. The Human Resources Department is at the front of this building. So you head to the left along the corridor from reception, and it's the second room you come to. It looks out onto the main road. And finally,
Okay, so now it is talking about that this is you go from the reception, this is the second building. So it seems like I, but just for your clarification. So the human resource department is at the front of this building. So you head to the left along the corridor room from reception. So head to the left means you have to go left. All right. Now, and it is the second room you come to. So this is the first room and this is the second room you come to. And there's one more clarification. It looks out on the main road. So it looks out, this is the main road. So it looks out on the main road. So this would be definitely I. All right. So you have to just be careful that where it is turning, and then on the words like head to the left or its second room you come to, right? And that will just help you to get your answers right. And yes, we're coming to the last question now. So this is about the boardroom. Okay, so let's listen to the recording.
boardroom, where you'll be meeting sometimes. That has quite a pleasant view as it looks out onto the trees. Go along the corridor past the courtyard right to the end. The boardroom is on the left, next to the factory. OK.
Okay, so it says next to the factory on the left. I hope it is clear, but let's get the things more clearer. So it says go along the corridor past the courtyard. So this is the corridor. This is the corridor. So you have to go past it right to the end. Right to the end means you have to go to the end. The boardroom is on the left. So this is left, this is right. So on the left, so this would be A, next to the factory. So this is factory, so next to the factory. Next to means it is just together almost. So after A, it would be factory. This means next to. All right. So this would be A. Okay, so we have done all the questions from 15 to 20, and I hope this video would be very beneficial to have an absolute clarity that how you can also get full marks in maths questions and get yourself cleared. All right, so in case you have any doubt, then you can write in the comment. And in case you have not liked or subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please hit the bell button